Alright. So it looks like everybody's over at this box. There must be something to pick up here. It looks like... Okay, we got some rewards. I guess they're giving everybody some stuff here. Right on. Alright, so I'm on to do my dailies. And I usually start here. I'm using Blair because this area of the map is fire damage. Like, they take on fire damage, so fire characters are the best to use. So, yep.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Okay, so we got 2 bosses over here if I remember correctly. And a bunch of other stuff, so... Can I get my force skill? Yeah, there we go. No. Come on. There we go.
RK receptor. Confirming signs of life.
Any trouble over here? Whew.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer. Attack their deployment points.
hate this teleportation shit. Oh man. Ooh, bosses. On my ass. Go. Okay, now to clean inventory and see what the hell I got here. A lot of it's garbage. No gold. I look for double gold on these like external components. Kind of farming those too. Alright. See if Doggo picks up anything else. I don't think so. Alright. Don't know if I have enough points yet to get the RK or whatever tuning that I need. Oh, I do. Let me see a picture. I have a picture saved of what I'm supposed to work towards. Uno momento. Okay, so I'm supposed to do these 3 and then work my way up this way. Okay. Can't do any more. That should be good so far. Alright, so we've done that one. This is what I'm playing each day for, this stuff right here. So that allows you to buy something over at the vendor close by me here. Extra storage and stuff, so yeah, I was trying to turn towards it, but there's a lot of people playing this right now. There's a lot of people on tonight. I'm like, holy shit. I couldn't believe it. But, you know, everybody's signing on to get those rewards that dropped today, so it's part of it. There's a lot of excitement for the new season. Ooh, I took on a lot of damage there. Come on, bunny. Help the brother out. Because I'm a dude right now. Okay, we gotta go this way. Oh shit, I don't have any skills loaded up. Cancer Moon. Or Cancer's Moon, sorry. Sounds astrology-like. Like somebody that has a moon in Cancer. Takes those things down so fast, too. There we go. Get some health right here. Holy shit, there's a lot. Oh shit. Get out of here. He's roasted. Alright, on to the next. Where is he? There he is. Hey motherfucker, you're gonna roast alive. I know you hate me. Take my fireball, bitch. Looking for him again. Here he is. Oh, he's about to fuck me up though. Good shit. What is that one? Grants resilience, fierce attack. Oh, I don't know. It's not what I'm farming for, though. What I'm farming for is actually, I think, in the other mission, which I'll come back to later. Wow, more arcade tuning. Okay. I'm really enjoying Ultimate Blair. He's cool. Once I got him built up, I was quite impressed. But I'm still working on this tuning thing, which will help out even more. Let me see the picture again. Alright, so I'm supposed to go up here. And then keep going there, and then over, and up, and then over, and then up, and then completely over. Alright. Glad I saved that picture. Makes it a lot quicker. So yeah, we'll go over here and make sure those two missions are done, and then we'll go on to our other daily stuff we gotta do. Kind of just make a habit of this every day. And then tomorrow I can do other stuff. Oh, there's something over here too. Hold on. I gotta collect. It's catalyst, I think. Okay. Can't craft with anything else. And go here, dismantle stuff that I don't need. Duplicates. Make sure this is tidy. Alright. Now we're gonna go see what the daily stuff is. Alright, so we got Quarantine Zone today and Mystery's End. I think I'll start with Quarantine. So for that, I'm gonna need Viessa. And switch to this build. Give me a second, I need a drink of water. Oh, man. Hey, doggo. He turned to look at me like he heard me. That's funny. And did that kind of like, huh? Face. So cute. I got that person. Was doing the same thing. Because my aim was just not there. Okie dokie. Hopefully I got the right one. I don't know if this is white. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I got it. Yeah. What's that symbol thing in front of his name? That's weird. Never seen that before. It's like... I've never seen that. Ah, I knew he was gonna get me. I got too close. Which character do I want to use next? I think Inez. Let me just clean inventory for a second. Okay. Oh, there's that same guy from that mission. Huh. Interesting. Must be on the same server. Okay, so squares, second up, circle on the, it's gotta be this one. Okay, so the bottom is circle. I see circles over there, circles over there, squares up from that, squares up there, squares up there. Okay, they're saying this one. Yeah, two of them were similar, so you had to like know more symbols. I love that bouncy ball. It's so much fun. I don't think I'll make the door. Let's see. Ooh, just barely. Alright, so top is circle. That's not circle. That's circle. And triangle is third down. Ooh, gotta know the third symbol. What's the third symbol? Square, yeah. It's this one. Alright. Where is he? Oh, behind me? Shit. Of course you're behind me. Why wouldn't you be? Of course you're focusing on me. I'm gonna have to just fucking shoot my gun at him. Because I wasn't able to charge up my skills enough. There we go. So normally by the end I have my, my fourth. And then I crack the fourth skill and put that circle around the boss. But if I haven't been able to charge up, then I'm in trouble. But I had good teammates, so... Yeah, so I just play these Invadeds every day to get my, what is it, 1,000,000 gold. That helps with buying stuff, I believe, but also like when you go to craft stuff up or whatever. But it also helps with your modules, like when you go to level them up, you need gold, so it comes in handy for different things. So. I was hoping that person would leave. I'm so glad they did. Oh my gosh. So, X is on the bottom, right? Yeah, so it's gotta be up here. You wanna take it? Go for it. I've been saying prayers to keep like negative energy and people away from me. And that person that loaded into the mission was a not so nice name. And I was like, uh-oh. And then they just left of their own. No choice, so these people seem cool. Okay, let me see if I jump now. I want to try to get through that door before... Oh, sweet, he's waiting. Most people don't. Oh my gosh, the name of your dog is so funny. Hakta. Okay, so second one down. It's gotta be this one over here. Okay, so circles on top, X below that. So, yeah, that's where he's saying. Damn it. There we go. Done deal. You have to do a fancy finishing move. Finish him. Mortal Kombat. Man, I miss that game from when I was a kid. I think I would be... What's her name? Sonya? It's a female character anyway. I'd pick her a lot. Alright. So, I think I have some time to kill. I'll have to look, make sure I completed everything. I think I did. Yep, all my dailies are done. As you can see, my map is clear. So that just leaves farming for me basically for the next little bit. So what I'm trying to get, I'll show you. Let me equip my Freyna. Is I'm trying to get good pieces of this plague auxiliary power for my Freyna. Because the toxic skill power with a 4 set, look at that, plus 43.2%. That's good. That's really high. Plus it increases tech power, which I believe this is a tech, yeah, this is a tech reactor. So it gives me a boost there. So if I was to go to, let's just check how this works so far. If I was to go to, what is it, Echo Swamp, I think, and I think it's here in the Derelict Covert, if I'm saying it right. And there's a little place you can kind of do some, well, it was shard farming before, but they've got rid of that, thank God. But there's a little area I can just demonstrate the power of this. It should really wipe them out super fast, but we'll see. But yeah, I want to get like double gold on each piece, which means farming this like one mission over and over again. So if we come over here, I can demonstrate it, I think. Should just really mess them up. And we're already done. So, yeah, it feels good. Another way I could test it out is like in a 400% mission. I don't know if there's any like that have a toxic skill power today. Actually, they might. Quarantine zone. We can, yeah, let's play 400%, test this out, and then we'll go and try to farm for double gold external components for this. Because the stats I have on them are just not the best, but at least I have the pieces to unlock, you know, the certain toxic skill power I need. But yeah, we'll go into a 400% with her, and I think up at the fortress, quarantine zone. So you can see here toxic skill power is plus 90%, so that's a boost, another boost on top of what we already have. So we should be just like killing everything. Of course it depends on our teammates too, but we'll just run one of these. All my characters need, I think, kind of better reactors. So what was this one? Oh, this is alright. Toxic skill power and skill effect range. Not bad. But like maybe skill damage in range or skill damage in cooldown would be good for her. Critical hit or whatever. Crit damage, sorry. Crit damage and skill cooldown. That would be a really good one to have for her. Whoa, I was running faster. Is that... Yeah. It's pretty good. that. Look at that spread. Sweet. Somebody else still here? We just moved too fast. Yeah. Dude, he had one job. He runs right past it. Yeah, it feels good, like the damage. Could probably solo this mission up until probably the end, and then the end would probably be dicey with the two bosses. For sure it would. But everything else I'd be able to pretty much clear. That fucking destroyed him. Actually just needed one shot. Wild. Oh, he's toast. Boss is gonna really hate me too. So all that toxic skill power. Look at that shit. Oh my god. It's a thing of beauty. Alright. Yeah, we definitely want to get these, Let me try to solo this. I'm so curious if I can solo it. I know that I was getting a lot of help from those Serenas, the angel-looking characters. But I'm wondering how far I can get. Even if I die, I'll just be like, okay. And I can back out. But it's kind of just a demo. It feels powerful. Something about those angel characters, the Serenas, I think make you move faster, because I felt like I was running a shit ton faster. Okay, so Fortress, and we'll say Private Operation. Let's give this a whirl. Probably get my ass kicked at the end, but I can try to play it somewhat safe. I'm gonna switch to my other gun so I can run better. The LMGs are so heavy. You can feel your movement speed decline. Oh my god, I smoked the whole room! Holy shitballs. Yeah. Oh, I'm so turned on right now. Holy shit. Okay. Look at this. I've got the power. Holy moly. Now it's surviving this part. I'll just have to pick up health as we go. Oh, shit. Let me get that health. There we go. And then same thing at this corner. And then same thing here. Should spread through to them. Oh my god, look at just, this is beautiful. Alright. One shot of toxic stuff and they're both down. 2 bosses. Holy shit. That should take the whole group down. Yeah. Alright, so that was a cinch. Like, I could fucking solo that part. Now comes the real challenge. So now we got real bosses. Ooh, shit. And a whole spawn of fucking... I missed. So you just gotta kind of play the walls too and stuff at times. Both bosses are coming forward, holy shit. He's dead. Look at all that too. What I got from it. Ooh, shit. Oh, this is the Canadian boss with the hockey pucks, okay. Let me back off of that. I'm gonna throw some toxic shit at him. It's eating away at his health. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell Grip about these external components. He's already dead. I mean, that boss took a bit longer, but yeah. Fuck. Before I wouldn't be able to solo this. Now with those external components, I'm just destroying everything. Holy. I wonder what Mystery's end is. Like, is it electrical damage, toxic damage? I can't remember. I'm even tempted to solo that with her. Let's see. Chill skill power. Oh, so it's chill. Okay, so let's see how it works when it's not the, we'll go private, when it's not the damage type that you need. Let's see if it will still destroy pretty good. Solid experiment. I don't know how much time I have left. Okay, so they're toxic too, so that's part of the problem, but... Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel the power. I mean, even against toxic characters. Or not toxic, electrical characters. But, I mean, they are toxic. Sorry, yeah, they're toxic characters. What am I talking about? They're electrical damage they take on. That's what you want to be bringing in here. But this kind of shows the power of her anyway. Should spread up to the next guys, no? Maybe not. Now we go. Just trying to play it cautious too since I'm by myself. This is where it gets dicey. Take my time with it. Should be pretty good, I would think. Need some health. Takes more shots to damage them all. But yeah, we're already done the fucking room, dude. I think we got everything. This is gonna be interesting. Where am I getting shot from? I just gotta kind of dance around a bit. Survivability's sake. Okay, that guy's down. Poison is spreading. I'm gonna use my gun on these two fuckers. Come on in. Poison is nice. Hopefully there's some health over there. Yeah, there is. One shot of poison there. One shot of poison there. Maybe two. Yeah, two. On the safe side. Alright, this room's gonna be fun. Get some health here. Should stop him. Alright. Sweet. I can only imagine once I get double gold ones how much more awesome this build will be. I mean, it's already fucking awesome though. He's gonna die in a second. No? Okay. Alright, final room. Boss room. Let's see if we can do it. These bosses are a little bit of a pain in the ass. Alright, so we're gonna drop right in the circle. Our third skill. And just keep rotating around the room as much as possible. Never stand still. So as they say, you shouldn't be able to hit a moving target, but I do need to. Ooh, that is close. Ooh, that is close. Maybe I got too cocky. Let me try to get this health. Ooh. Get that boss off me. Ooh. Ooh, this is so close. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Damn! I tried. I tried. Alright, so we can't play it that way. Let's try again. Maybe I have to take a certain angle of the room. These bug spreaders hurt like a fucker, though. These dudes that are firing this shit off. Let me see. These ones right here. You guys need to go, man. I'm just gonna keep spawning them. It's super lame. I can't get any skills. My first. Fuck. There's no way. I can't do it. I don't know. Let me see. It's those bug spreaders, these fuckers that are so annoying. Get out of here. And they drop all that shit on the ground too, that's lovely. And it won't even give me health. Feels like a con. Okay, here's some health. And the tracking on those fucking things too, man. You just like, you try to take cover around a corner and this is ridiculous. It's always that shit that they drop on the ground. So yeah, it's like, it feels like, ooh, you need electrical for this mission. I'm trying to play it as much as I can. Can I drop poison here and have it blow up? Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, there's no way. I tried. But at least you got to see throughout the rest of the mission how the poison just was pretty good. Because you gotta think, I'm a toxic character going up against toxic characters that just gonna amplify them more. That's why, like, I always get frustrated when people bring in the wrong characters to, like, intercept battles, you know? But I wanted the challenge to see how I, you know, would clear the rooms, and I'm like, can I do the bosses with her? But no. I had so much aggro on me, there was just no fucking way. But, yeah. With a team, I probably could have done it. But let me, switch to Ultimate Blair and clean up inventory, and then, we'll go farm for more external components. Okie dokie. So, go here. Sigma sector, broken boundary. Let me see. We got 5 minutes and then we're done our daily. I might run this back twice. We'll see. And then call it. I was just kind of messing around. I kind of killed time doing the 400% missions, trying that build out, but I just wanted to see how much harder it hit, and it definitely does compared to my last one with those components. But now it's just a question of getting ones that are, you know, double gold with good stats. That takes farming, just like the reactors, you know. But yeah. He's a badass character, I'm telling you. Damn. Problem solved. Shit, I'm gonna have to... Alright. I'm telling you, he's a badass in these missions. Nah. Crap, crap, crap. Just hasn't been giving me double gold. I only got one double gold ever on those external components. But yeah, when you're running the right shit, you're gonna shred everything. And so if you're interested in my builds, I mean, some of it is not completely his, but like my mods are Moxie's builds, MOXSY. So just search that, Moxie Ultimate Blair, and you'll be able to find some of the builds I'm using with him. Like all of my builds are his. I just my reactor and external components might be a tad bit different. But yeah, let's go play this one more time, and then I'm gonna call it a night as far as streaming. Publicly anyway. I might stream privately. I don't know. I'm thinking Division 2 for like maybe a half an hour or something. Because I'm still trying to get these like raid exotics and incursion exotic that I never got on, well, I never got the incursion exotic on either system, but I never got the raid exotics on the PlayStation, so I'm like, maybe I'll try my luck. But MCP said, like, he's been around since like almost day one, I think, on Div 2. And he said that his drop rate, like, he's been through like probably more than 100 caches, and not a single one has dropped. So I'm like, well, if he's like a day one player and they're not giving it to him, then my luck is probably gonna be similar odds. I wish that flame ball thing, like, you could lock onto a target, one thing, and I wish it would also, like, release quicker, because by the time it hits the ground, some people might already have shit dead, you know? Like what just happened there. Alright, here's a boss here. Let's fry him. Burn him! Okay, I'll go get A as per normal. Nobody ever wants to get A. But since I'm Canadian, I'm gonna get the A. A. Oh, what a sourpuss. Just leaves the mission. Probably because he's bored. We're killing everything. Or he got what he needed. But still, even if you get what you need, guys, just, you know, stick till the end of the mission. Be courteous. Oh shit. I have to... I'm trying to lay some fire on the ground so they can run over it and die. Whoa. Shit. Nope. Nope. Nope and nope. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But we got our daily done, so that's what matters. And then I'll go probably onto the other game and go farming and get frustrated because I don't get what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Okie dokie. Back to Albion. Anyways, yeah, I know I stream late, guys. Like, I always stream usually, like, well, if I do privately, most nights. I stream my daily Descendant, when it resets at like 3 in the morning. And I try to get it done because during the day, like a lot of my friends will ask to play Div 2 or, during the evening. And if this is done and out of the way, then, you know, I have free time. But yeah. I'm a free bitch, baby. Let me see. Yeah, I bought everything this week. I will have to farm throughout the week for more 400% missions. Probably today would be a good day, but like I said, like if I went to that quarantine zone with Freyna and just kept farming it, pretty much that's a good one to bring her to with the toxic skill power. But yeah, since I got other things on the go, I'll just have to take my time with it. But yeah, his character, Ultimate Blair here, he's awesome. Oh, yeah, another thing too. So I was watching today, they have their stream or whatever for the next season, which I believe is this month too. Oh, it's going to be a busy gaming month. People won't see me for a long time because there's going to be the new DLC coming out. I'll have to wait a little bit till the end of the month to buy that. And then there's going to be the new season of this. So, new characters to farm. And the next two characters are going to be like just a regular character. She's been in the game though. Her name is Nell. She's going to be a Descendant for the first time. And then the other character that's going to get an ultimate is Luna. I'm like, really? Luna? Like, I was a little bit disappointed. She's a character I never use, but maybe with the update I will. But she's more of a support role. She's not damage. Like, I don't see her, like, really doing much damage. She's just, I think, helps increase damage, if I'm correct, by being around her teammates. Like, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted Ultimate Enzo next. But I guess the way they do it is, like, when we get a male ultimate, the next one's a female. And then after Luna is gonna be Eugen ultimate, which I don't mind that. I don't mind that because I need to get a healer character for certain missions. And I mean, I have a Eugen, but I never worked on him. But I kind of like waiting until the ultimate release so that I'm not wasting catalysts and everything, even though they have that transfer thing now. But those are hard to get, to transfer your modules and stuff and your catalysts, energy activators, all that shit. Yeah, I'm just like, I'll wait for the ultimates. But I don't know, man. I don't mind Eugen. If Eugen was the very next ultimate, I wouldn't be so as upset, kind of. You'd think I'd be excited that it's a female character next, but the character they chose, I'm sorry for people that like Luna. She's not my cup of tea as of yet. Like, I'd rather have characters that do damage, and like, I like characters that, can control mobs and stuff. Like, this character does that. He can control mobs. Bunny, Inez, but they've nerfed Inez. She's not as good as she initially was. Freyna, like, those kind of characters. I really dig them. But, it's like now they're giving ultimates to the support roles, it seems. Like, think about it. Eugen, support role, right? He's the medic. He helps keep people alive. Luna, support role, helps teammates increase damage by being close to them. Like, if they're within her circle, I think. Anyways, I think that's how she works. So they're the support role characters that they're focusing on next. But then after Eugen, it's going to be another female. I don't know which female. And then potentially, I'm hoping Enzo, but that's a long ass wait. We might not get Enzo until, God, next year. I don't know. I'm like, do I build him up now? Maybe. And then just use one of my transfer things and transfer all the things over. But the thing that sucks about that is when an ultimate comes out, usually new Transcendent mods come along with it, right? And then with the new Transcendent mods, people do new builds using those Transcendents and kind of leave the old builds behind because these new builds are OP. So then I feel like I'm wasting stuff, you know, by pre-investing into non-ultimates still. I don't know, it's really really something I gotta think through. But yeah, I don't know. It's busy tonight though, there's quite a bit of people. I don't normally see this many people on. They're hyped about the new season, I guess. It's brought attention to the game. There was 20,000 people watching the stream. So this game is still loved, I would say. I mean, it's not as hyped as it once was, but people still play it. I mean, just look with your eyes. Look how many people. Look at all the names. I don't see this many people even on Div 2 when I go to like the White House, and no offense, like I love Div 2. I just, some of the directions they're taking with that game, I don't know. We'll see once the DLC's out. That's really going to be the make it or break it for me. If that's a huge fucking letdown, I'm just going to be like, I don't know about this anymore, you know? But as long as I'm still having fun with my friends and we're gaming together, I'll probably still play it. But you know, playing it solo for me is just not fun anymore. I can play this solo and have fun and work on builds and stuff. And I mean, yeah, you can do that on Div 2, but the problem is backpack space on there, and they gave us an increased stash space, so God bless them for that. That does help. But the backpack space, we need more than 150 on our character, and they'd be like, impossible, probably, just like they said about increasing the stash space. And I say, bullshit, you can do it. Bump us up to 400 in our backpack, that we can hold up to 400 items. Or give us the option to pay for that, like a one-time payment to increase our backpack space. Do what Descendant does. They do it like, you know, increase it by so much, but you pay per increase, like, but it's like a one-time payment for that much space. So like if you want 5 slots, pay this much. If you want 10, pay this much. You know, this many tokens or whatever. Do it like that, and then people can adjust to what they need, and but make it like a one-time payment. Like there's ways around things, I'm pretty damn sure. It's just they don't have enough people to work on it. That's the problem. I think that their team is much smaller than a lot of these other games that have some of their shit together, you know. But I mean, then again, Descendant is crazy, charging for like 5 character outfits like $100 or something. I saw, nearly shit my pants. I was talking to MCP about that one day, and I was like, dude, for that amount of money, I could pay some of my rent, put that to my rent, put that to food, you know, put that to real life clothing. And he's like, hell, I'd rather run around the game naked than pay $100. And I was like, yeah, I'd just wear a paper bag and run around, you know. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Just some of the things the games are expecting of their consumer is a little overkill, too much. Like he even said, you could even buy another game for that price, you know. I'm like, yeah, I could take some of that money and go to a concert or go out and have a real nice dinner somewhere. I could go out to like a steakhouse and get a real nice dinner. There's so much that you could do with that and feel like you had more value. Whereas games are temporary, guys. Like, that's the thing. They're only out for so many years, and then once they die, the skins go with them. And it was sort of like that with Call of Duty, too. Like, I mean, there's some skins I can use still in Warzone if I was to play Call of Duty again. But apparently, if I wanted to play, like, multiplayer, none of the skins I bought in, like, Modern Warfare 3, for example, will transfer. It's just to Warzone. So it's like, that's what I'm talking about, the impermanence of games. So you really got to reflect and think, sit and think before you make that impulse purchase. Is this worth it? How long is this game going to be around? How long am I going to wear that outfit for? Is it worth the $100 when I could take that and put it towards real clothing? Like, and that's kind of why also I ditched Call of Duty, like as far as like buying the game and stuff, because when I was playing Modern Warfare 3, there was a lot of different outfits and impulse purchases, and then you had the battle passes you had to buy, and I was just like, I don't want to go through that again. And the game movement, to me, I was just not a fan of. I felt like I had two cement feet. I still do if I play Warzone. It feels weird. Maybe it's a setting I gotta change. I don't know. But I was just not a fan. And I was like, hell, I can save some money. But yeah, like, I mean, even with Division 2, it's kind of like a case of I kind of hope the game ends soon and we get to Division 3, and that Division 3 is cross save. So like any purchases I make as far as clothing, battle passes or season passes, pardon me, stuff like that will go between my two consoles. I don't like having to buy two season passes every time for Division 2, you know? They're making a killing off of people because I know I'm not the only one doing that. There's other people too. Because they want to, meet different people on different systems and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I might just end up being a PlayStation player after, sort of do what Grip did. Like, we'll see. Only time will tell. But, yeah, nowadays, you really got to think about where you're spending your money and what you're throwing your money at. Is it giving you value back? Like, I would even, donate to different people and stuff too. And I'm like, do I feel like I'm getting my value back with the content they're creating, maybe sometimes, but then, like, are they interacting with me? Do they treat me like a human being, and are they kind to me? Different shit like this too. For so many things, like, I've been really trying to reevaluate where, I spend my money and how to cut back on some stuff because it's getting too crazy, you know. The games, yeah, it eats a lot of my money. People go out, maybe have dinner and drinks or something. I'm at home spending my money on video games. That's my entertainment. But no way in hell would I be spending $100 on character outfits. I shit you not. Load into this game and have a look. For so many tokens or whatever, if you look and compare how much it costs to get those tokens, it's like $100 for those 5 outfits. Like, it's like outfits like Japanese schoolgirl kind of outfits, the short skirts. Kind of, some of them look like Sailor Moon kind of ish. And I was just like, oh my god. When Call of Duty charges like $30 a skin or something like that, at least the last time I played. So yeah, you really gotta think about where you spend your money. And what's worth your money. And like, not to spend your money on fantasy so much as like taking that money and making an investment in real life on real stuff, you know. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I hope you listen or just think on, ponder on what I kind of said, because you know we all need to cut back in ways. And yeah, just as far as division, I'm kind of screwed until they come out with a Div 3 potentially. If they come out with a Div 3 and it's like, you know, not cross save and cross play, I'm probably just gonna be PlayStation player, like, and not Xbox. Because like nobody I know really plays on Xbox anymore. Grip was the last person. Grip sold his Xbox because he wanted PlayStation to come over to the dark side with me and his brother Nikki. Um, because we were both saying how great it is and stuff, and so now he's really enjoying it. And yeah, so like the only way we would be able to play again is if he Div 2 anyways, if he got another Xbox, or if when Div 3 launches, he buys it and loads it onto the PlayStation, you know. So, yeah, it's, you know, life right now is a lot about impermanence and nothing staying the same and things changing, and learning to accept and be okay with the changes and know that life pushes you where you need to be, you know, and what you should like focus on. That's kind of what I'm learning right now, actually, in this moment. So I'm just like, you know, come what may, I accept it. You know, even having to let go of, like, say, for example, one console. I grieve the process of that. I remember fondly the memories, and then I let it go and I move on, you know, to PlayStation. There's different elements of my life like that right now. And so, yeah, it's really about impermanence. And I think that's a Buddhist philosophy, and I believe in it, that, like, we get, as humans, we get used to how things are and expect them to always stay the same and not to change. But life is change. Life is constantly moving, and it's a little bit shaky, you know? It's a little bit of a shaky foundation, like even with family members that, like, I'm not trying to be like talk about so much depressing stuff, but I'll end this in a minute. But even with family members that I thought would always be around, like cousins, for example, cousins close to my age, they're no longer with us. They've passed. And having to grieve and accept that, you know. And yeah, it's the same with video games. Like, I always think, oh, these people will be around, and, you know, I'll always be playing this game or that game, or, you know, things won't change and it will always remain the same. And that's kind of a fantasy, you know? It's not real, it's not reality, because life, like I said, is change and always changing. So it's like part of our learning lesson is to adapt to the changes of life and just to kind of go with the flow instead of going against it, because the moment you go against it is the moment when things get worse. So like when you let go and well, sorry if you're not religious, I am. If you're not, you can tune out at this part. But if you let go and let God and just say, God, I put it in your hands, you're in control of, you know, whatever situation that's going on in your life, that release of your worries and cares to him and let him take care of it is kind of, it's beautiful and it's freeing, and it just gives you such a sense of peace. Um, Because, like, believe me, there's some situations where, I've kept trying, and it's just like running into a brick wall or talking to a brick wall or, and you're trying to break through and get through and you can't. And you just realize you're just exhausting yourself trying. And then you're like, it shouldn't be this hard. And so then eventually you get tired out. It's like a good comparison would be like being in water where there's like, it's very choppy, there's waves, and you're trying to get back to the shore, the struggle to get back to the shore, but you keep getting pulled out further and further and further out into the water, like, more deeper and deeper, and eventually your body gets tired, right? And you get burnt out and you can't keep going. But then you kind of look again and you're like, but what if I swam on an angle back to the shore? Which, by the way, this does work. I was taught by somebody I know that was a lifeguard. What if I swim back to the shore on an angle instead of just directly straight? What if I change my direction? I won't be going against the current, and it will be easier on me and my body. I won't get tired out, and I'll finally make it to my destination, which is land, the shore, right? So sometimes you have to change your direction when you're getting tired out of going against the current, because you're not going with the current, you're going against it. And so, like, kind of like if you go with the flow, as they say, on that angle, you'll be able to reach your destination a lot more peacefully and with less stress. So just something for you guys to think on for today. I know it's weird I'm talking about this, but yeah, it's just a lot of change in my life, and I've been going against the current, trying to fight, against changes. Like my friend's sick and she's, basically saying, I might not have much longer. And I'm like, no, you're going to stay here. You have to stay here. You can't pass, you can't go. And, that's me going against the current. And, I'm not God. I have no control over that. So it's like having to, as difficult as it is, that come what may, learning to be at peace with situations, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's a very, very hard learning lesson, but it's what I'm going through. That come what may, to be at peace with it and say, this is how my life is supposed to go, and I put it in God's hands, I put it in the Lord's hands. So yeah, I'm trying to learn acceptance, and it's a really hard thing. Impermanence and the lessons of that, and then coming to acceptance. And it's hard, because sometimes the changes are not changes we wish for or want, like in situations I've already explained, because you don't have the control over it. It's like having to let go of control. I'm a control freak, I know that for sure. And yeah, just que sera, whatever will be, But yeah. Anyways, crazy shit I'm talking about right now. I probably need to get to bed. I'm just rambling, but sort of use this like a little diary of what's going on too in my life, and a lot of changes, and just trying to be at peace with it and trying to move on and go with the current where it's taking me. But all right, guys, have a good night, and I will catch you around later.